Well, things are still cruising right along. We got some house wrap going up. We got the windows installed. Doors are here. All the blocking is, all the fire blocking's going up as well. So lots getting done. Lots getting done and very quickly. This is kind of crazy that we'll be, weathered in here before too much longer. Well, we are going to be working in the dark very soon here. So I went ahead and got a couple of these linkable 4-foot lights from Lowe's. This is what I put into our last shop. They worked well. So we're going to throw a few more out here. And it's amazing how bright these 4 little lights are. Lighted up well enough in here that we can work, do projects. We're getting into those darker days of fall going into winter. So it'd be really nice to have these lights here for working on projects, getting things pushed along on our house here.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, We'll always remember how it felt.
Well, we have some doors that are in the shop now, some of the man doors. There's 2 in the shop in addition to the 2 large roll-up doors. So even though we don't have roll-up doors quite yet, I'm gonna go ahead and put in some automatic door locks. I absolutely love these. We finally switched to these a few years ago and been using them, love them. And it's nice because you can key all the doors the same. You don't have to worry about getting locked out because you always have that key code. So excited for those. Pretty soon we're gonna have this thing dried in. We did get roofing installed this week. Roofing is all done, which is awesome. That's all buttoned up. Now we have doors to do and some siding. So we're getting close to rounding the bend on this shop here. Well, we have some doors. I am working on getting the rails up, kind of going through the instructions, getting everything set to where we can lift these up and roll them in. I have one door all set, ready to go. Getting ready to hang rails on our second door. Yeah, just assembling what... The first one I hung the rails and then did everything else up in the air. This one I'm assembling everything I can on the floor. I went ahead and ordered top draft seal and then side draft seals. I went ahead and cut a couple chunks of that to put on this door, and I didn't really like the way they actually look. They're kind of ugly. So I might just leave those off. Neither of these doors are on the windy side, the prevailing wind side or whatever that's called. Generally the wind comes this way. I saw a bunch of videos on installing these doors, and they were doing weird stuff with the seals, but like these side draft seals, you should just be able to slip over that metal. It goes on very difficultly, but I saw some really weird seal installs, and I thought, that can't be right on any of those. So, but Janus, unfortunately, does not have much information on their door installs. Anyhow, so I'm kind of left trying to figure things out here. I did go ahead and order a smaller door. We're gonna go ahead and replace the garage door while we're at it and make it match these ones, just because you kind of pull in and they're, 90 degrees to each other anyway. So on our smaller door, we'll do that for the garage. I got a motor for that one, just so that Dee Dee can, power it up, drive in like a normal garage door. These ones are just gonna be a chain drive. I didn't want to spend the money on the motors for in here.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high.
Well, today was a pretty important day in the shop build, and that was getting in our 2 roll-up doors. A friend of mine came over and helped out, which was awesome. Pretty monumental task getting them up in there with some lifts and stuff. And I wasn't really free to film much of it, but I'll tell you, we put in some Janus 2500 series heavy commercial doors, and the install on them was pretty straightforward. The only thing that was weird was figuring out weather stripping. I ordered that for the top and for the sides, and ended up not using either of them. The ones on the side draft ones looked weird, so I just didn't put them on. And then the top ones made the roll-up operation kind of funky, so I decided to pass on both of those. I don't think it'll be a huge deal. We're not in a super cold climate. We do get pretty warm in the summer, so there will be that, but hopefully the insulation will help quite a bit on these. The reason this is such a big deal getting these doors in is because now we can start moving in. Obviously we still have siding and some cement stuff to do. We still got some work to do in here, but we can start moving a bunch of our tools in here and working out of here, which is awesome. We can get the garage cleaned out, all the tools in here. We can get the back barn that's falling down cleaned out. There's a bunch of tools and things in there. Get everything into here. We will put the RV in here. We'll have the tractor on the other side, the lawnmower. There's just gonna be a spot to put everything other than out in the weather getting tore up. This will be interesting, having everything together in here. It's gonna be pretty awesome. A lot more work to do, but definitely feels like everything's coming together. And this was a big step today, so I'm very thankful. I'm very happy to be able to have the shop dried in and nice and secure now. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you on the next one.